And the crazy thing is she's so much fucking better than he is that like you're literally like, all right, Count Chocula, like please settle down. Yeah. So let's just talk about Kylie Minogue for like forever. She rules.
Okay, I had to mute that. Sorry. No, keep going. Let's talk about locomotion.
Do the locomotion with me. Oh my God, are we going to get a cease and desist from Kylie
yeah,
Minogue's
we are now. Thanks
lawyers?
a lot, Josh.
We're Minogue baiting once again.
We're cease and desist baiting again.
Yeah, I think that she was on like an Australian soap opera.
That sounds right.
Maybe. I don't actually know that much, but I think she's extremely awesome.
Yep.
For a person born into a nation of criminals.
I know, gross. Speaking of which,
yeah.
We're talking about what we do in the shadows today.
Oh, fuck. Wait.
What?
Let's do it. Let's do an intro.
Okay.
Like the clapping, etc.
Okay. Go.
Woo! Ow! Yowza!
All
On
right.
fire tonight.
Yo!
We're here.
Yeah.
Broadcasting live. Well, it's not live, but you know, we're alive unless we're undead.
Whoa!
Tressa, how the hell are you?
I'm pretty good.
That's great. Good to hear.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I got no news. Yourself? I hear you going out of town. Tell us all the details and the name of your hotel and the address and your passport number.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna be out of town for a little bit. Hopefully no ill will come. Trying to be extremely COVID safe, even though most of the world doesn't give a shit about that anymore.
Right.
The message is loud and clear from the CDC and yada yada. We're over it, so you get over it too.
Yep.
Well, guess what?
What's
Not
that?
everybody has the freedom to not give a shit.
Or the immune system.
Or the immune system, or possibly you have people in your life that don't have the freedom or the immune system. And therefore, it behooves you to take greater care of yourself to take better care of them.
Well said.
I'll get off my fucking soapbox because we're here to talk about TV.
I love TV.
Oh my God. What would I do? I would never have been raised without television.
No, I mean, getting the ability to talk about television is like a dream come true. If I had thought as a teenager that I could do this, not get paid, but actually just do it.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to get paid, my dude.
I know.
Fuck. So wait, should we be like soliciting sponsorships right now? Like Cheetos. eat delicious Cheetos.
And it's the time of year for Spirit Halloween. We got to get a Spirit Halloween sponsorship.
Oh my God, come on. Well, to be fair, like they don't advertise because they don't have to, because what the fuck else are you gonna do?
That's true. Party, what's it called? Card and Party Warehouse. That doesn't exist anymore, but they should sponsor us.
Hard to go, like a service where you rent a shitty car by the minute. That doesn't exist anymore either.
They should sponsor us too.
Did you ever? Are you familiar with that? Was that even a thing in Chicago?
Yeah, I did that once. It was really overpriced, but I needed a card sometimes,
Right, but like, you know, you probably could have just as easily taken a cab and not had to deal with like all that other bullshit.
Yes, that's
It
true.
wasn't a great idea.
But it was so novel. I get to drive. And
Right.
then I remembered I hate driving. So it all works out.
It was the worst idea because it was about you. So you had these little, like, basically like the size of a smart car cars that are complete shit boxes that are not taken care of at all. And the people driving them don't ordinarily drive. So you're definitely the most dangerous person on the road.
For sure.
And you're not like accustomed to this car, which you're like
No.
literally paying for by the second. So you're like, fuck, let me get out of here. How does it work? It doesn't matter. Just fucking
Just
drive.
go. Just like the scooters now, where you can just leave all over the place. It doesn't matter.
Dude,
Yes.
I swear to God, those things pop up and disappear in cities like
Mm-hmm.
with new names and companies like every 6 months or something.
Yeah, yeah. They are a nuisance, to put it very, very lightly. They're the worst. I hate them. Because people just leave them in the middle of the sidewalk.
Dude, people park them crazy just anywhere, but also like they drive them on pedestrian only places like in New York because like they don't know any better, or they
Mm-hmm.
accidentally take a wrong turn and suddenly they're like on the footpath of the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah. Wrong turn. They did that on
Yeah.
purpose.
Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah.
Um, so we're here today to talk about one of the greatest fucking shows in all of television from the beginning,
Mm.
Philo Farnsworth to today. What We Do in the Shadows.
You want to tell me who Philo Farnsworth is?
Uh, I believe he invented television or like cable TV. Fuck, I used to know this much better.
It doesn't matter.
I think I think he like sort of invented the first broadcast TV. You know what? I'm gonna have to look it up. Fuck it. Sorry,
So
sorry,
yes.
sorry to our no fans who are not listening, who don't give a shit. Like I could just take the time out, look it up now, and give you an answer. But
Talking out your ass again. I see. That's
yeah,
cool.
have fun researching it on your own time. I'm on my time. You do it on your time.
Jeez, sorry.
Why is Josh so mad? You challenged his knowledge of a thing he doesn't know about. It's very sensitive.
I
His
didn't ask
fragile
you about.
ego.
I could have asked him about the train film that everyone thought was going to jump out of the screen and kill them, because he knows all about that. But no, I had to ask about something he referenced. I'm sorry.
Yeah, people were apparently fainting and freaking out.
Was that the?
So supposedly,
Yeah, that's the legend.
right?
Anyway, we're here to talk about a show that's good, not about a stupid train.
Yeah, fuck trains. I mean, trains are like the idea of trains is romantic, but if you've ever like spent time on trains, you know that they are moving dumpsters.
Yeah, they're Greyhound buses that go about the same rate as Greyhound buses. And that's about it. Yeah, they suck hard.
Yeah, I mean, if I were ever in sort of a murder in on the Orient Express type situation,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
like I feel like I could really rise to the occasion and like play all the whodunits and whatever.
Sure, sure.
Um, but you know, like, have you ever taken a train with a sleeping car?
I have.
It's
Yes, I
fun
have.
once. It's fun
Yes.
once.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Andy put his glasses on the ledge right next to the sign that says, "Do not put your glasses on the ledge," and crushed them.
Oh my god.
Good times. Good times.
Does that mean you were rolling around in ground glass like you know, like Iggy Pop or something?
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, "Hey, look at me. I'm Iggy Pop." And we laughed. All right. here to talk about?
What We Do in the Shadows, the television series based on the fantastic movie.
Yes.
So if you're here to listen to a podcast about the movie What We Do in the Shadows, we're not here to talk
Get the
about that.
fuck out of here.
I mean, no diss. It's a great movie. It's
Yeah.
it's a mockumentary in the spirit of Spinal Tap. And I would say it's just as high level as that. Like, I don't know how to give a greater praise of anything than to say it's as good as Spinal Tap.
True.
But this show, based off that movie, it's even better. And it goes and goes. So
We get an introduction.
set the stage for us.
How does it begin? Oh, we start off with Guillermo giving us a tour of basically his day. He starts off his day, and Guillermo, adorable. I love going back to the beginning of the show, like seen everybody's progression and their characters. Always fun for me to see the progression and evolution of each character.
Totally agree. I think that it's super cool because like the way they started this show is very much in the same mode as the movie, where it's really about sort of like a real world, but it's a house of vampire roommates, and it's about the very normal conflicts that roommates have, but elevated to vampire level.
Yes.
Gorgeous. They're talking about like hygiene, like cleaning up. There were a bunch of half drunk victims. No, like they hadn't been fully drained of blood is what that means.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
We meet our cast of characters. We've got Guillermo, we've got Nandor the Relentless, we've got Laszlo, Nadia, Colin Robinson, and we also meet the Baron.
Oh, yes, Doug Jones, you've seen him a million times and had no idea. He's fantastic.
What else is he in?
Everything. He played like one of I think they're called the Silence, maybe not, maybe I'm thinking of Doctor Who, in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like one of the evil guys that made everyone go quiet.
Oh, fuck. That was a good one.
Yeah, he was, I believe he was the fish guy in Hellboy, but
I don't think
Niles
I ever saw
did
Hellboy.
his voice.
Niles from Frasier.
I don't know his name.
Not multiple rivers in Egypt.
Yeah, both did. And then he did. Oh, he's Saru in Star Trek Discovery.
I haven't seen that.
Fantastic. He's basically always in heavy prosthetics every time you see him. And
is it because he's so thin?
I think it was also Mac Tonight for McDonald's. Yes, it's because he's very tall and thin, and he doesn't mind being in a makeup chair for a day before he has to shoot. He's fantastic. I fucking love him. He's so great.
He was Mac Tonight?
I think he might have been the first one. I think.
Wow. So wait, was he possibly like the there's like a Mac Tonight character from Buffy the Vampire Slayer that in that musical episode, Once More with Feeling.
Yeah.
That's like the main bad guy is basically Mac Tonight. He's so corny.
I'm gonna look it up.
It might not have been him, but like whenever I see that dude on screen, I'm like, it's fucking Mac Tonight.
Fucking Mac Tonight, that fucking Mac Tonight guy. I'm pretty
sure. Why would anyone listen to our podcast? Why? Like, seriously, who's listening? No one. Why are they not listening? Obvious. No, like I can't.
Okay.
Doug Jones, that's his name. He's great.
And you know what? Totally impressed because I mean, he's great. He's always in like heavy prosthetics. He's does fantastic body work, but he's actually really fucking good in every role. Like Saru is very specific of a character. Perfect. The Baron, completely different, very specific, perfect. Love it.
Hey, by the way, I just listened to the audiobook
Mhm.
of I know that you're a huge Star Trek fan. Have you read or listened to Fan Fiction by Brent Spiner?
Yes, and all the actors do their parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that entire book on a road trip last year.
Brent Spiner and Jeannie Darst, co-author.
Hmm.
Just listen to it. Very fun.
Yes, it's very good. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I would have enjoyed it as much if I just read the book because I hate reading, Josh. I hate reading.
Well, I can't personally like starting a few years ago, I can't focus on long passages in print anymore. So I basically listen exclusively to audiobooks.
Mhm.
But I listen to audiobooks all the time. Like I run a lot and I listen to audiobooks at slightly higher speed, pushing more words into my head. So if I ever mention a book that I've read, I listen to it. Somebody fucking told me a bedtime story is what it comes down to.
Hey, it counts. It's still reading. You're still getting the knowledge into your ear holes.
Thanks. That's nice of you.
I'm pretty nice.
Um, okay, so wait, yeah, we are talking about What We Do in the Shadows, episode one.
Yeah, kind of.
Everyone's favorite TV show.
Also, oh yeah, we were talking about the introduction of characters, and I'm so excited that Matt Berry is in something that's I get to see all the time.
Totally.
I love him so much. And
Yes.
I feel like the only thing he's really been in lately that I've watched is the IT Crowd, and he was barely in that.
You know, I never watched that. And I love everyone that I'm aware of that's in that show. And yet there's something about, I think it's the lighting
Oh, it's
or
awful.
something. It's like, it just looks like it was made for syndication for a
Mm-hmm.
laugh track. And
Yeah.
I'm not even anti laugh track. There's something that's a barrier for me that I can't get over. And like, I fucking love Richard Iowati. I think he is one of the greatest geniuses of all time.
He was
His
also in Merengue. What's
Yeah,
his
Garth
name?
Marenghi.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah, and of course Matt Berry is in
Of
that.
course, of course.
Um, Richard Ayoade is in what was that Vice parody from the early 2000s? Uh, Nathan Barley
I
with
don't.
Julian Barrett.
I don't know that I know that.
Oh my God. Well, I don't know if it'll hold up because it was like so of the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It was like really skewering hipster culture in the early in the mid aughts,
Right.
and it was like really finger on the pulse. Anyway, Richard Ayoade has a very small role in that, and at one point he like as he's like saying goodbye to someone, he's like, "Keep it foolish." It's like the is like that's the funniest fake hipster thing to say. Keep it foolish.
Oh, that's nice.
Um yeah, Matt Berry is fucking great. He chews the scenery. He goes to 11. Um
I can't imagine anyone else playing that character. He is perfection for it.
he's fantastic. And like, before he was on this, like I used to sort of dreamcast him in ideas that I would have. And I'm like, oh, who would be like perfect? Like,
Yeah.
um
I mean, I
Anyway,
know he's not hurting, but it's so good to see him on a regular basis.
totally. Did you watch Toast of London?
Oh, no, I never did, but I do remember
My
seeing it around.
friend, bet guess what, dude?
Yeah,
You
dude.
are in store for just nonstop Matt Berry because that's all the show is.
Okay, I'll watch it. Fine.
Yeah. And this, then the rest of you listening to this also watch it. Do it. No back talk. No sass.
we're we're expecting a report tomorrow. So they're all together and they get a letter from the Baron.
He's coming to visit them in their mansion in Staten Island.
Yes. And he's there just to make sure that vampires have completely infiltrated the United States, the New World, which they have not because they haven't gotten past New Jersey where they have been dropped off 200 years
Right.
ago.
And the place is just too big to deal with.
I mean, that's fair. The United States is huge.
um so in this pilot episode, uh both Laszlo and Nadia separately reveal that they have had affairs with the Baron, and it's like a secret from each other.
Mm-hmm.
But like their relationship in the show evolves where like
No,
there's no need for secrecy. Like that's like
no.
just go have fun. Like
They
they
are
they're the most supportive polyamorous.
not even Polly. I would say, uh, uh, oh, what's the word? Fuck. Um, Morally non-monogamous, something like that. Basically, they fuck who they want, and it's fine.
Right,
They're
right.
hundreds of years old. It's fine.
Although Nadia has kept the flame alive for her long dead lover Gregor,
Yes.
who
Doesn't
occasionally
know.
gets reincarnated.
I love this storyline so much.
I fucking love the way they show this guy. So now in modern times, it's this dude, Jeff, and she's been spying on him. And like the picture of him is in bed masturbating with one hand and holding his smartphone with the other. And like he's clearly like mid scream when the photo is taken, which is just fucking great. Like just that photo alone out of context is fucking great.
Fantastic.
Colin Robinson, everyone's favorite psychic vampire or energy vampire.
Mm-hmm.
He's a daywalker. He's the most common kind of vampire.
Yep.
He can even drain vampires.
I mean, come on, that's powerful.
That is the sort of biggest break from the movie.
Yeah, I
The
guess so.
addition of that character and
Mm-hmm.
even that concept.
Mm-hmm. Which
Um,
such a great little add-on for
totally.
regardless. I think it breaks up the like we're so fucking goth shit because they're vampires. But also it's like you know plenty of energy vampires. You just don't want to admit it.
Right, which is I I kind of think that his character might be inspired by executive producer Paul Simms' short piece How to Win at Conversation, written and published in the New Yorker like 15 to 20 years ago.
You've mentioned this article before.
Yeah, so like here's like okay. I I'm just a really big fan of this 2-page piece of humor that was once in a New Yorker and it was like on my fridge for years. I didn't even know, like I live in a state of great ignorance apparently because I didn't even know, like I didn't bother to research who is Paul Simms or anything about him. I didn't know that he worked in television. When I was first watching this show and his name came up as executive producer, I almost screamed because I was like, oh my fucking God, it's the guy from my fridge.
My fridge. What was the other thing you were saying you thought was a direct reference to that article? What were we talking about?
So I don't know if he worked on Thor Love and Thunder or if Taika
Oh,
Waititi,
right.
who created the show along with Jermaine Clement, was shouting out his coworker and friend with a direct quote from that article, humor piece. One way to win at conversation, just declare I have cancer.
Nice.
It doesn't matter like if you personally have cancer or if everyone you know has died of cancer. It's still funny to read that. It's so fucking good.
Josh, do me a favor. Your mic is too close to your face and it is distractingly phallic.
Okay. Is that better? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, you're great.
Okay. Sorry. I'm just gonna let the mic do the work rather than me trying to make whatever.
I mean, it's really phallic, even for a microphone.
Should I get a more vulvular microphone, something that completely surrounds me?
Could you do that for me?
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
I'll set up a very vaginal mic sound setup.
All right, sounds good. I'll help you design it if you need any help.
Oh, suddenly Josh isn't capable of designing his own vaginal microphones? What the fuck?
I'm just saying, I've got the source material. It'll be fine. I don't know what
Keep
the
it in your
is.
pants, lady. I've got the source material. I've got the source awards.
Gross. So
I'm just constantly wrapping into vaginas.
Oh, I wish I could bring up some really good costumes that I have in mind right now. Just big, never mind. So they find out that the Baron's going to come and check on them. So Nandor,
right, and they're shitting their pants because they're like, holy fuck, like we didn't even get to pick up. Like, oh fuck, we're gonna get
we gotta call a maid.
Oh.
I totally forgot that Laszlo and Nadia had a familiar in this episode.
Right, and there's another one that's not even, they don't even bother to name.
No,
so great. There's June and someone else. they're just there to be drained immediately.
Yep. Guillermo has the task of finding virgins for when the Baron comes for feasting. So he goes to a LARP. And I love it.
Totally. Like, where else are you going to find virgins in modern times?
Exactly. Guillermo shows them photos of the weapons in the house that are authentic because they're hundreds of years old. They're all pissing their pants about it. It's so fun.
Right. So that's Beanie Feldstein. And
I wish we could have explored her more in the series for what happens later on.
Yeah. Well, anyway, she's good.
Always. And Nandor needs to go shopping for party supplies and glitter.
Creepy paper.
Yes.
Creepy paper.
And I don't know what happens. Anything? I don't know. Help me out.
I mean, it's a lot of character jokes. Like
Yeah.
they're really like they don't have to tell jokes because they just play their character,
Mm-hmm.
which is, um that's when it's good because they're just being their character, they're being real in the scenario, and it's fucking hilarious. So, they go to pay for the crepe paper and like a ton of glitter. And he's like, Nandor flips a coin at the cashier. He's like, "Sir, you can't be throwing ancient coins at me."
Yeah.
And he orders Guillermo to stab him, and he's like, "Ah, just kidding." Guillermo's like, "He's just kidding, just kidding." And then
I
like
tried.
he mock tries to stab him with the credit card as he hands it over. He's like, "Yeah, I tried. He defeated me."
Mm, you are in so much trouble, Guillermo.
Right. And at the end of the episode, Guillermo thinks he is about to be made into a vampire. What he's been, the work of a familiar is you're like an unpaid intern,
It's called a slave.
you're a slave, but someday you will be turned into a vampire, which is your heart's deepest desire. Nandor is like, "I've got something for you, something to celebrate your anniversary."
Oh, he said what, like 3 years?
He's like, "What is it, 2 years?" He's like, 10. And so
Oh,
instead, so all that glitter was to make a glitter portrait of the two of them.
which, oh my God, so sweet.
Right? You can go put that in your depressing bedroom.
His Harry Potter bedroom. Okay, so the Baron has arrived.
He has no genitals. He's a scorched husk already.
He looks so great. He's disgusting. He's got weird wings under his armpits. He's got long white hair, like neatly wrapped up in a bow in the back. Perfection. So good. And instantly eats or sucks the blood off the familiar that I didn't know existed or forgot.
June. Au revoir, June. Au revoir.
She was useless. She didn't do her job very well.
What was she doing chasing around Laszlo while he floated in the background?
He was looking for his boot and she had his boot. She was trying to get him to stop.
Oh my God. Yeah. God bless Matt Berry. We're just lucky to live in a fucking world that has Matt Berry.
Agreed. They put the Baron in the attic because they forgot that Colin Robinson lived in the basement.
They open his bedroom door like, what are you doing in here? He's like, "This is my room.
I'm relaxing."
He's literally just sitting on the edge of his bed staring at the wall.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, so they have to put him in the attic, and the LARPers are there.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I forgot about that.
So excited because they just assume that this is like a vampire LARP house.
Yeah, because they see a victim trying to crawl and escape and asking for help. And Kira's like, we're really, really strict and very into our LARPing. We take it very seriously.
Oh, and they also
impressive.
like another aspect of sort of the meta level of this show. The Baron comes out of his coffin and addresses the fact that there are cameras in the room.
Yes.
And like, because all of this is shot like a reality show
Mm-hmm.
with confessional asides with individuals talking about, the scene that's playing out just like you
Right.
would in a regular reality show.
Right.
And so, they have to just quickly explain this is the, it's just a documentary crew. It's like they're not here.
Which is genius because so many shows have done that you forget that was the whole point, that it was supposed to be a documentary. Love it.
Right, because it becomes so familiar that you
Mhm.
don't question the structure of it.
Exactly. That's
But
great.
yeah, so The Office or whatever.
Right.
What can we say about this show?
So good.
It's amazing. We're going to be watching the entire series,
Yes.
one episode after another, and each one will be a great pleasure.
Yes. I really want to go through every movie of everyone referenced in the council, but I know that's a whole lot to ask.
Right. So that's information to come. The Vampire Council. I mean, it is unlikely that people listening to this podcast are unfamiliar with the entirety of the show at this point.
Right.
But
We'll see.
Right.
I mean, we could always just have a really long side conversation like we do about every tiny little thing in every episode. So it's fine. It's fine.
Completely.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like we've got a cameo by a young John Gabris trying to get a signature on the tablet.
Yes. That was great. And they couldn't because it's an iPad and it doesn't register because they have no body heat.
Do you have a quill? No, it's just no.
Fuck off. Fantastic. That's it, right? For first episode?
I think so. Shit.
It's only like not even a half hour long.
Right. I mean, it sets up a lot of stuff. We meet all the characters. We get some pretty good insight into each of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that there's a scene that we didn't touch on where Nadia and Laszlo are walking at night.
Oh, right.
And it's Staten Island, so like there are like just dickheads there. So some random dude is like, go back to your own country. Because like, they're dressed in ridiculous
right,
like
right.
200-year-old clothes and they have accents. So he glamours them. He glamour. What's the right thing? Is it glamour?
I think it's glamour.
Glamour. Okay. So he glamours them and is like, we've been here since the 1860s. Our families, that is.
Yes. And then they eat him because he's a dick.
Right. And then they're like, let's go make love. Let's fly like bats back to the house and make love. And Nadia's like, I'm gonna walk. But what she's really doing is spying on her reincarnated lover Gregor, who is now Jeff, a name she cannot pronounce.
Yeah, that's right.
Jeff.
Oh,
it's just so foreign to her ears.
I mean, they've been in America for 200 years and they still have their accents and cannot pronounce Jeff, but it's fine.
Oh, also, before he was a vampire, Laszlo had leprosy and it apparently only affected his dick.
I mean, we don't know that specifically, just somewhere no one can see.
Except Nadia can see it. She's like, I can see it. Doesn't seem to slow him down. Whatever.
No, not at all.
Not a bit.
Raises a lot of questions. How? Where? How much? What specifically? Did anything fall off? Was it just scabby? Was it like, I have questions. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to say it's his butt, so I don't have to think about all those questions.
Could be, could be anywhere that we norms don't get to see.
That's right.
Norm. That's a Cheers reference.
Oh, thanks. I was lost.
Cheers was a long-running sitcom on NBC.
Oh, it was is that the one with the therapist in Seattle who had a brother, Niles, and his dad lived with him and he had a dog and he in the theme song had something about scrambled eggs and salad. Is that same show? Is that Cheers?
That was a spin-off, and you well know that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why didn't Lilith have her own spin-off?
Because she's a woman and everyone knows women don't deserve anything.
Interesting. I mean, I don't personally feel that way. It hurts my heart that you feel that way.
Josh, we all know how you feel. It's fine.
Look, I don't know why I'm the only feminist out of the two of us.
Because women are terrible. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Ha ha ha. Jokes are jokes.
Is she joking?
Tune in next week to find out.
Once again, we're feminist baiting, hoping to get a cease and desist from Now and Ms. Magazine.
Now, the time and the organization. Yes. All right, let's wrap this up because we're done talking about this episode.
All right, that's all the time we have this week.
That's right. And it's too bad because we have so many things that we need to talk about.
Yeah, yes. Big time. Mostly about your character flaws.
And how we are always matching with our black t-shirts with white writing on them.
Maybe we should broaden out our wardrobes a little bit.
No, we should match every fucking week.
What is that? A They Live?
Of course.
That's really nice.
Thank you. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love that movie.
It's one of the best movies ever.
I mean, like all John Carpenter movies, it's at least half an hour too long.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a John Carpenter movie?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, yeah.
It has that John Carpenter soundtrack as well.
Right.
And I've already mentioned this somewhere else, but I found the longest GIF that I've ever seen was from that movie.
Put them on.
It's that whole entire fight scene in one GIF. It's very long and it's great.
That's so unnecessary. Like the scene in real life is way too long. Just put them on and then fight for like an hour and a half of a 17 and a half hour long movie.
Yeah, it's great. It's fucking perfect because it's so ridiculous. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. John Carpenter makes the greatest movies, but I swear to God, you could cut between half an hour and an hour out of every single one of them. They're just too fucking long. They're too slow.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
But I mean, maybe it's because he does all of his own soundtracks. Like he's timing everything to his music rather than timing the music to the action. I'm just spitballing. I don't know.
It sounds very possible.
Or maybe it's about like, at different times they have wanted different length movies for like, for theatrical reasons or for cable reasons, Right now we live in a time of limitless streaming. And so they're just like, more is better, longer. Like, do you only have the plot of a single episode? Can you stretch that for 12 episodes? But you don't have to add more plot.
You know what? Forget it. Let's make this short a full movie. We'll just add some extra scenery scenes for a good 3 hours.
We could actually just show them building the scenery.
That's a really good idea. You really
Yep.
stretched it out. You are promoted.
Thanks. I'm now the COO of Hulu.
Congratulations. Oh my God.
Thanks. Once again, just like this podcast, it doesn't pay. But
Mhm.
we're hoping to get the Cheetos endorsement at Hulu.
How great are Cheetos though? So good.
I mean, I just can't stop eating them. They're that good.
I know. I could like eat them for every meal and that's it.
Yes, they are our sponsor, but we truly love them. We basically only eat Cheetos.
Right. And when I get sick, I put them in hot water and make soup. Fantastic. Unbelievable.
You could chill that soup and have it later as iced tea.
Or make an ice cream, a little
my God.
A gelato, a little gazpacho. I mean, it's endless. Cheetos are endlessly great.
Thank you, Cheetos. Thank you for enabling our show, and thank you for making our lives delicious. Cheetos live deliciously. Is that actually the slogan of something? It probably
I think it is, but I don't remember what.
Yeah. This very much not-for-profit show we're doing is about to get sued up and down by everyone.
But we'll have so many attorney phone numbers. We'll be like, bam, bam, bam.
It's like, wait, why did you just give me the number of this attorney that's suing you?
I'd say it makes sense.
Conflict of interest. There are too many lawyers suing us. Double jeopardy applies.
That's not how it works. Shut up.
I don't know. Yeah. I am not a lawyer.
Josh has promised to you.
All right, everybody. That's our show. That's all the time we have for it. Thanks so much.
Smoldering in the morning. Let's go.
That's not the name of our stupid goddamn show.
You know what? I have to do it because it makes me laugh that you get so mad.
We agreed. We're gonna call it On Fire tonight.
We are. I'm just wrapping it up with a bookend. I don't know what the problem is.
Smoldering in the morning is like, that's like Chris in the morning from Northern Exposure. He was like the dreamy guy who had a radio show.
Okay.
Did you remember Northern Exposure?
I never watched it.
The gasp.
There's a moose in the opening credits. I remember that.
Well, we don't have time in this episode, which is about what we do in the shadows, for me to discuss the entire run of Northern Exposure, which you have never seen.
Thank God. Josh, enjoy your trip. Everybody out there, we will see you next time.
Thanks, everybody. Talk to you
Bye.
soon.
Thank you.
Bye.